Hello, today we're going to go over some buttons in the editor that are very useful, but not everybody knows what they do. So I've already made a page, and I'm going to click Edit to get to those. And here is our editor. So the first one I'm going to want to show is how to hyperlink. So there's two ways to do it, basically just an order preference. You can click this link button here, and you can put your display text here and your URL here. I prefer to have the text already there, and then I highlight it, and then click the link, and put the URL here. The reason I like to do that is because the words already come in pre-populated if I highlight it like that. Okay, and now you can see that we can click this, and we can then see this is a link, and if we click it, we go wherever the link wanted us to go. So there's hyperlinks. The next button will be images. So if we come here to the image button, we can click Browse Server, and we can pick from images in your server. I'm going to click this one. It will come in with width of 100 and a height of the image. We do recommend that you end up turning both into a percentage. So what this percentage does is it's saying how much of the space do you want this image to take up. So that can apply to viewports, that can apply to how big your screen is, how your space is divided. So that is what this is saying. I'm going to go ahead and make it 50 on both though. You do want these to match so that your image doesn't end up being skewed. And then you can click OK. Oh, alt text is required. Alt text is the text that screen readers will read, so it is an ADA compliance feature. And we'll click yes. We end up with an image there. So from here, you can also add the image, or you can add a link to the image here too. So you can just click it, highlight it, click the hyperlink button from earlier here. You can add a URL and you can turn an image into a button. So we have another button here. This is for your tables. The cell spacing and cell padding is a feature that is no longer supported by the language, the coding language that browsers use to read websites. So these two settings will be going away soon. With that being said, we don't recommend these for doing text formatting. We recommend these mostly just for data. So we're going to go ahead and make one. For the width, we recommend that you also use percentages. Because if you use percentages, again, it'll be more responsive to your screen shapes. So, like, you're on a phone, this will make it so that the table doesn't break the formatting of the page. So we're going to go ahead and go 50%. The height isn't as important, so I'm going to go ahead and make that, I don't know, 100. It's a very small table. You would want to put headers for ADA, and click yes. So the reason why we do not recommend tables for text formatting is because it has so many more ADA issues when you try to use a table that way. So that is why we don't recommend it. We do, however, have another button right here that looks like a grid. It's called Bootstraps. That is the one that we recommend for content and data, content formatting aid. So that is tables. Then we're going to go ahead and go down here. And we also have this horizontal line if you need some It's just a simple horizontal line if you need some dividers. And then we have iframes here. Now, iframes are basically windows into other documents or sites or whatever has the URL. So for us to set this up, we would have, click the iframe button. And then you would want to go to, I have it in another tab here, but you'll want to go to My Files, File Manager, and then File or Image or whatever you want to link to it. I'm going to use this PDF here. I'm going to click Get Link. So this is telling me that it's been copied to my clipboard already, so I'm just going to be able to paste it. If this does not happen for you, and it ends up giving you the link to try to copy paste yourself out of that box, it's likely because up here is not HTTPS. You'll be able to tell because this will be a like a triangle with an exclamation point in it. So this copy paste here only works if you are on a secure connection here. So if you want that, just turn this into an HTTPS colon / your URL, and it will, or it should end up, it should end up copy pasting for you. So I'm going to paste that there. A thing I would like to note is that when you are doing links, that you use relative links. Relative links are basically, these or anything past your domain. So like here over. The reason why we suggest you do that is because if you end up using the whole thing and your domain name ends up changing, every link that had that domain name on there is going to break. That isn't necessarily true when, well, I mean, it isn't true if you just use a relative link. So for the iframe, it'll come in automatically with a width of 100. You do not have to keep that. Like I'm going to go change mine to 60. And then the height doesn't matter as much, but you do really want to put something in here. Otherwise, your iframe is going to like show up like super skinny and very, well, you won't be able to read anything. So I'm going to put mine in as 400. Once again, the long description URL is alt text, so that's for screen readers. And we're going to click OK, and you can see our little iframe has shown up here. You will not be able to see it from this view, so you can click preview and take a look at what that will look like. And this is what our page looks like so far. Now, if you want to edit this, you can come back to the editor, click on iframe so it's highlighted, right click iframe properties, and then you'll be able to change the stuff here, same as how you made it. So we'll just click out of that. And then we will move on to the next one. So, due to formatting reasons, I'm going to go ahead and show you bootstraps first, and then we will go ahead and do accordions. So for bootstraps, this is the one that we do recommend you use for content formatting. So you would, again, that's this one that looks like a grid. If you click that, and you can click, pick the number of columns, you can pick between 2 and 12. Well, 2, 3, and then even numbers up to 12. I'm going to pick 3, and then you can pick as many rows as you want. I'm just going to do a 3 by 3. And so this is how it comes in. You will have to erase all of this information here if you do not want it that way or you want to replace it. But this is what this looks like now once we've added it. As you can see, you can't see the borders or anything, so there's that. If you do end up erasing information here, you click preview again, the space will be held as if there were something there, but the content will be gone. So the cool things with the bootstraps is you can basically add anything you want in there. Tables will be a little finicky if you wanted to add a table in there, just because of sizing reasons. But other than that, you can put images in there, you can put iframes in there, you can put accordions, which is going to be the next thing we learn. You can put links, You can do whatever. You can do many things inside of these content rows. Okay. So those are those. Well, also they'll also try to be full width. So if you do want to have some spacing things, you can consider trying to make more boxes than you think you're going to need, or more columns than you think you're going to need, and then you can try to space those out so that you have some extra space in the middles if you want. It's something you can play with. So accordions is the next one. So accordions is this button, and what it does is it makes drop downs. So for the collapses, I'm going to pick 3, unique identifier. I'm going to put 3 again. No, I'm not. I'm going to keyboard smash. And then you can pick an icon to say that it is a drop down. I'm not going to. Icon size, icon color. Click OK. And then it comes in like this. So we click preview. You can see that if we click this, they will drop down. You can put information in here. You can put many things in here, but you cannot put another accordion inside of an accordion. If you do that, neither accordion will work. But most other things are fair game for this area. If you have problems being able to click in the right spaces in order to edit the text here, you can click this Show Blocks button. And what this will do is this will more visually separate them and make these easier to click into and edit. And then you click that to just make it go away. And if we click Save, you can see our little page has a bunch of stuff in it. Just like that. Okay, so edit. Yep. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great time editing. Thank you.